At the dinner, nobody understood the female billionaire CEO, until the black waitress spoke French. It was a high-profile charity gala in New York City, where some of the most powerful business leaders gathered. The kind of event where the chandeliers glistened, the tables sparkled with crystal glasses, and the air was thick with money and influence. At the center of it all was Eleanor Hartmann, a self-made billionaire CEO. Eleanor was known for her sharp mind, her relentless drive, and her ability to build a global empire from scratch. But that night, as she walked into the room, she felt something different. The murmurs, the glances, the polite but dismissive nods, she knew what was happening. Being the only woman at a table filled with men in tailored suits was nothing new. But the way they looked at her, it wasn't respect. It was doubt. The dinner began with the usual pleasantries, wine poured by waiters in crisp uniforms, and dishes arriving one after another. Eleanor tried to contribute to the conversation, but each time she spoke, the men at the table found ways to talk over her, laugh dismissively, or simply ignore her points. One of them, a gray-haired banker, smirked and said, "Well, Eleanor, business at your scale is impressive, but let's not pretend it compares to running global finance." The table chuckled. Eleanor kept her composure. She'd faced worse. She had learned long ago that silence could be more powerful than any rebuttal. Then came the twist. Midway through the evening, the host announced that the charity's international partners from Africa and Europe had joined via live stream. Suddenly, the screen lit up with executives and dignitaries speaking, in rapid French. The room went quiet. None of the men at the table understood a word. They shifted awkwardly, trying to catch a phrase, but it was hopeless. Eleanor leaned forward, her eyes sharp. French was one of the 6 languages she spoke fluently, thanks to years of negotiating in Europe and Africa. She was about to speak up, when something unexpected happened. A young black waitress, no more than 22, who had been quietly serving bread and water all evening, suddenly whispered under her breath, in perfect, fluid French. Eleanor's head turned. The men didn't notice, but she did. Eleanor smiled gently. "You speak French?" she asked. The waitress froze, embarrassed. "Yes, ma'am. I studied literature in Paris before moving back to the States, but nobody here ever asks." The table had gone silent now, curious. Eleanor motioned for the waitress to step closer. "Would you help me translate for everyone?" she asked. The young woman hesitated, then nodded. And just like that, she began interpreting, her voice clear, confident, and commanding. The men who had mocked Eleanor minutes earlier now sat in silence, forced to listen. But Eleanor didn't stop there. She spoke directly in French to the international partners, effortlessly switching gears, negotiating terms, and cha.